Anil Mangal scam. I am a trader who took Anil Mangal course after losing millions in crypto, and this is my experience. Anil Mangal is master of talk and hypnotic brainwashing. He will come across on YouTube as if he is the best trader in the world and no one knows Forex better than him, but in reality it's quite the opposite. When I joined his group, after taking the course and practicing, I continued to lose money day after day. At first I blamed myself, as no matter what I did to trade as per his rules and as per his daily webinar, nothing seemed to work and I continued to lose money. I almost gave up on trading and started exploring different methods. In my frustration I started noticing tense atmosphere in the group and almost like atmosphere. To my surprise I found out that there were many dissenting and frustrated traders like who were continuously losing money but were too afraid to come forward or were shy, most like afraid, to tell him his wave theory doesn't work. Here are the 25 things I observed after taking the Anil Mangal scam course. It was also shocking to find that Anil himself was not a trader but just a preacher. He cannot trade. The course itself is poorly structured, where most of the information you can find for free online on YouTube or internet. The only thing which is unique to his trading is how he does wave counting via MACD, but seriously, you are not going to be making any money by wave counting on MACD. He will just teach you $2,500 course in poorly made haphazard manner of videos, with no structure to the course. And after taking the course you will think what an idiot you were. He will breeze through the course in a jiffy in the video and that's it, you are on your own, trying to count waves 12,345 ABC6s and more confused than ever. Any blame on your losses will be on you, as it's you who is dumb not to have learned his theory enough and not his ill-baked theory, which doesn't give you any edge in the market. The patterns he is teaching can easily be found on internet or YouTube. His patterns like expanding flats and contracting flats are biggest scam like himself. I will do a separate post on them. The only pattern which works in our group is impulse correction impulse, and that you can learn for free on YouTube, hence no need to pay $2,500 for the scummy course. He has invented patterns like expanding flat, which can expand as much as it wants, and contracting flats, which can contract as much it wants. A trader will lose the trade but the forecast will still hold true. I call this biggest expanding scam, and hence I am writing this blog to contract it. I bet Anil is now feeling the pain of expanding flat, that CAD short, what real traders his students used to feel because of his wrong predictions. Now CAD can go up and up to almost top. He will be margin called, but of course his prediction will be right. We all know that smile. He trades only silver, because it cannot go to zero and is already bottoming, so it's almost risk-free buying it. He never shorts it. The moment he tries to take any non-silver trade it goes bad for him. Hello CAD 50 lots short, D from bottom. He is focused on selling his course only, which has made him more than $2 million, much more than he will ever make trading. So basically he is in business on selling courses on trading. His focus is not to have successful traders, and anything which might give even an iota of edge to his students, but could harm his course selling business, will incur wrath from him. Hence you are not allowed to use RSI or pivots or any other indicator which may help the traders. But I know all us use RSIN stick secretly etc., but we are so afraid to open RSI in the trading room because we don't want to hurt our baby and his course selling business. So instead of discussing together what might give us an edge over market, we are under martial law of not to discuss anything, even RSI, which may give us an edge but which may prevent any future customer from taking his course. So if you are joining this course to learn any secret trick or to learn an edge, you are in for a big disappointment. All of us in the group by now know he is not a trader. He wakes up in the morning to do webinar and then babysits his baby all day. He is sometimes so shockingly ill-prepared that he says look for buy in your est in morning, and after 3 hours he comes in room and say look for sell, when candles had hardly even moved. This is just an example, but I am sure you get the idea. You will often listen to him referring in Weekly Outlook on YouTube, which are actually his sales pitch for more customers, saying my traders took this trade, my traders took that, we did this, we did that. There is absolutely no such thing like combined effort going on in this group. He just does 1-hour non-professional webinar which is badly ill-prepared, typical sign of non-trader. He randomly draws waves up or down, confuses the hell out of his traders and leaves for the whole day. There is no such thing as my traders took this, or my traders took that. He pushes his students to artificially share his YouTube Weekly Outlook on social media etc., so as to give him artificial boost for SEO, so that he grabs more of his victims. Many new breakaway trading instructors have sprung up recently, his former students, inspired from the fact that they can make much more money selling trading courses than actually trading, and you can smell his insecurity every day. A senior trader who has been in the room for 3-4 years told me once that Anil hardly ever traded real account ever previously. One time he traded $50,000 account and he almost blew it, so he just bought silver and let it go to recover the loss and focused back on selling courses. There is also another story of when he blew $500,000 of someone else's money. He had said he would share the results, but later on excused himself by saying that investor had some tax issues or something. Yay, right, Anil? Recently he boasted on YouTube that he will trade live $500,000 Forex account from January and will show his progress regularly every week. But since his bad shorts of 50 lots of BKED from bottom, he has skipped Weekly Outlook for 2 weeks straight and today he announced that he was going on trip, meaning he won't be able to do a Weekly Outlook. We all know what the real story is, Anil. You almost blew the 500k account and you don't want to show the account on Weekly Outlook. He today took silver buy and doesnt buy together today and doesnt of course fell. I bet he is margin called by Saxo. I am sure next time you won't say there is nothing like correlation or reverse correlation. How can anyone do this when everyone knows they move together? I know you don't care because you are trading someone else's money, but we do care. And the mere fact that you don't look at obvious relations which holds 90% of the time while doesn't work only 10% is really funny. My only conclusion is that you must be realizing this now since your first time trading live account. And you saw what happens when you buy silver, gold with doesnt. These kinds of steps confuse the traders, and hence we have 95% losing traders in our group with many who have left. He has got the gift of gab. He will hypnotize you, so a tip which I use to save myself from his bad advice is to mute his webinars. Maybe new traders can follow this tip to save their money. He will insult anyone who dares to threaten or question his authority, hence almost all the senior traders from previous years have either left or don't bother. He historically doesn't have a live account to show. This is first time he is trading live and has almost blown 500k. Many of his students blew his account in his recent GBP bad calls, where we all shorted C-wave to the top WTF, instead of riding the trend from bottom. The trading room is filled with old secret anecdotes which no one talks about of how everyone blew big accounts after joining his course and being brainwashed that his wave theory worked. A lot of old students have left to try better methods, or more filtered rewarding approaches. Sometimes I think we are counter-trend traders. We wait weeks to wait for perfect setups and when they arrive they go against us. Anil himself has acknowledged that whenever he takes trades, they almost immediately go into drawdowns, and he makes money in the long run, so unless or until if you don't have USD 500k of someone else's money to RSK, it's better to avoid his wave theory. What he teaches works on paper, but lacks fundamental basic element which is required while trading. It's analogous to a professor who has been an employee all his life teaching entrepreneurship course in the university. Sure, he can teach the course but he is not an entrepreneur and he will never be one also. So teaching, in his case I call it preaching, is easy but real trading is totally different ball game. There is a lot of dissent in the room, Most of the people are losing money but are afraid to voice their concerns, fearing backlash or shame. Furthermore, he has started a new gimmick, saying we have paid for his course and not for the trading room, so he can kick us out anytime, which is another reason why most of us are silent and are not coming forward to fight for the betterment. Someone told me that Anil cannot make any more trades with Saxo because of his margin, which has exceeded because of his huge drawdowns, so I urge Anil to trade with 0.01 lot and enjoy till he learns to trade. That's all I have to say. I will document other incidents also, and if some other trader wants to share his experience, they are free to contact me at anilmangalscom@gmail.com. I will post their stories or experiences as well. Good luck to all, and new potential customers, avoid him like plague. Vlad Putin.